Assalamualaikum and good morning to all my fellow friends and our lecturers, Sir Mazri bin Yaakob. So for today, our group Sine will present our e-magazine. We choose topic Transport Information System at Airport. So before we present our presentations, I would like to introduce all my group members, which is me, Nur Syafiqah binti Sobri 264296, Chu Hon Chuan 262152, Nur Adin Aisyah binti Danuri 276959, Tan Yi En 279252, Lim Shen Chai 279893, and Alia Akila binti Zuhasmi 280320. As you can see in the screen, this is our website, which is we use Feeds to do this website. Our group Sine stands 6 people in group 9. So the first thing is our e-magazine. You can explore more in this website. You can click on the icon to read the e-magazine, and then about our team, and then more from us, and lastly is appreciation. Let us start the presentations with introduction. Air transport refers to the movement of freight and passengers by any conveyance which can sustain a controlled flight. Also is the movement of cargoes and passengers by aircraft like helicopters, jets, and drones. Air transport system consists of 3 primary elements, which are airline, airport, and air traffic control system. The airports can accommodate airline aircraft at the start and end of their flights between them, serving freight, cargo, and passengers' demand. A well-developed infrastructure and support organization are required to ensure an efficient movement of passengers, cargo, and airplanes to and from airports. Moreover, the airline industry is not an exception of the organization that affected by coronavirus pandemic. The airlines in the world has changed drastically and cut back their flights because of the border restrictions in many countries, as well as lack of travel appetite of passengers. There is a significant reduction in the number of passengers whose flight has been cancelled by the airline. Therefore, as an outcome, the airline has fallen drastically. That has prompted air travelers to cut their capacity.
My name is Tan Yi En. Okay, now I will present the airport part. The airport nowadays is modernized with many well-equipped information systems which enhance the management and performance of the airport. The aeronautical meteorological system is one of the information systems in the airport, which is defined as a branch of meteorology that is applied to aviation to help ensure the flight safety, economy, and efficiency. One of the examples is air traffic control system. It is introduced to ensure the safeness of aircraft, flight crew member, and also passenger, where ATC controller passing the information back and forth between the inbound and outbound flight. ATC systems are worked in 7 phases, which are pre-flight, takeoff, departure, in the air, descents, approach, and landing. Furthermore, in the field of aviation, aircraft ground handling is known as the wide-range servicing of an aircraft that is provided to add in aircraft flight or aircraft locations, preparations, and terminations of flight, which include customer service and apron service. Apron gate system in the ground handling is required and important for every airport to meet the specific requirement. It is designed and aimed to be a way that all types of aircraft can accommodate to be expected freight mix, and also provide flexibility and volatility in future expansion. Its expertise in various parts such as hydrant refueling, passenger boarding bridge, marshalling, etc. In addition, baggage handling system is an airport baggage sorting and handling system. It aims to be efficient in moving luggage from one side of the airport to another side with the capability of allowing the same continuous transfer as passenger who own the suitcase. The process begins while conveyor belts start to operate at the airport check-in desk. After check-in, the baggage will be processed through a system that automatically scans almost 90% of the suitcase. After the registration of luggage with the tag, the system of the sorting function will detect and sort it automatically to its final destination. At the end of the journey, the conveyor belt will handle the baggage collections. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, sir and fellow students. My name is Chu Hong Chuan and matrix number is 262152. Now I will explain about the air traffic control system part in our e-magazine. Air traffic control ATC system is separated into two main subsystems which are in-transit and area of the terminal. The in-transit subsystem is mainly about airship moves along its network of air passage that is usually cruising at higher altitudes. Meanwhile, the terminal area subsystem takes over the control of flying speeds of airships and altitudes to be lower for the arrivals and departures from airports. There are several key equipment components which are important to assist the ATC facilities. Firstly, the equipment component is surveillance radar. For the purpose of surveillance of an airship, it involves the usage of two types of radar. The first type of radar is primary surveillance radar (PSR) with the function to identify the range and bearing through utilizing the return from the airship structure. Apart from that, the second type of radar is secondary surveillance radar (SSR), and its function is to initiate a response from airship that comes with transponder of air traffic control radar beacon system (ATC-RBS) and obtaining numerous information. Besides that, the equipment component also includes airborne transponder. Presently, all airships are equipped with a transponder as a part of the procedure is necessary for airships which operate in very busy terminal control areas or flying higher than 12,500 feet in order to have the capability to report its airship identification code, altitudes and modes. The device also will inform everything that is sensed by an onboard barometric altimeter. Next, one of the equipment components is navigation. In the ATC system, the type of navigation aid used is prime radio navigation support that has a very elevated frequency for an omnidirectional range (VOR) system operating in instant, very high frequency band, lower than the frequency for communication using voice. Mostly, airships equipped with VOR to navigate will have communication transceivers. In addition, the equipment component includes computers. Throughout the ATC system, the extensive use of computers is for processing flight plans, correlating locator and returns of the transponder, filtering out unnecessary signal which can disrupt airships which are being controlled, and generating exhibitions on the controller console. The combination of data from SSR and information from the flight plan is to develop an exhibition on an analog terminal in the busiest areas of the terminal performed by an computing system.
Hi everyone, my name is Lim Sheng Chai. Matrix number is 279X93. Today I wanna present about the airline system in transportation and logistics. The first one is airline reservation system. The airline reservation system is an online booking solution that uses worldwide distribution systems to consolidate data from all airlines. How the airline reservation system works? The first one is inventory management. By opening and closing individual booking class for sale, inventory control directs how many seats are available in distinct booking class. The second is messaging system. Direct distribution is a function of an airline's reservation system that also pushes information to the GDS and consumers. All messaging is sent using a standardized messaging system that works with two types of message and sends them over high-level network. Global distribution system. A GDS system or global distribution systems is a network that allows travel agents and others in the business to access travel products and services such as hotel rooms, airline tickets, and vehicle rentals to complete transactions. And now I want to talk about the airline booking system in the Sabre Global Distribution System. Sabre could be used to book flights with a variety of major airlines, including American, JetBlue, and China Air. But the higher percentage of booking made through the Sabre system are for hotels rather than airline tickets. The terms hub and spoke conjure up a clear picture of how its system operates. A hub is a central airport through which flights are routed, while spokes are the path taken by planes departing from the hub. How hub and spoke system works. Consider this concept is the form of the bicycle wheel. A center hub can be found on a bicycle wheel. Hundreds of spokes protrude from this hub and travel to the wheel's edge. The center of the wheel represents an airline's hub, while the spoke represent the multiple connections that pass through the hub. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Ali Akila Abdiza Azmi. Our magazine also highlight the impacts of COVID-19 to the industry, the worst year in aviation history. This statement was stated by the International Air Transport Association itself after COVID-19 began to strike this world. This pandemic surely affect the aviation industry, not only here in Malaysia but also globally. Now we found out what is the impacts of COVID-19 to air industry. One of the impacts is flight delays, and it was reported that almost 80% of air movement in all countries had been limited in April 2020. There were also some rises of air cargo fees due to demand in air freight to transport the healthcare equipment. And in this pandemic, travelers are not excluded. They also affected by traveling's limitation, and they need to provide a vaccine's passport to enter the country that have a no shot, no fly policy. Some countries even blocking border to lessen the transmission of the virus to the country. In our magazine, we also highlight some ways taken by the airlines to overcome this pandemic crisis. One of the measures is implementing cutting-edge new technology such as facial recognition. Airline starts to experiment to, rather than just giving over our passport or ticket, this technology can detect our face. Also, airlines taking measures to utilize advanced technologies. Modern technology can help speed up the identification and screening of passengers, which to avoid the airline's employees from exposing to the virus. Besides, airports are starting to implement go-through thermal screening cameras in which this thermal scanner monitor heat radiating from a human body and estimate their core body. And for your information, this thermal sensing can be seen in the KLIA too. They had been using this since last year. Therefore, these are at least some ways for airlines to overcome the crisis they face because of COVID-19.
The conclusion sections of our magazine where we have summarized once the content. In conclusion, air transport refers to the movements of freight and passenger by any convenience which can substitute a controlled flight. The air transport system consists of three primary elements which are airline, airport and air traffic control system. Also, the whole aircraft system is monitored and controlled by different systems, and the difficulties which the airline industry involve, ensuring they do not meet the airworthiness needs yet the economic and environmental aspirations for more efficient and green industry. Airport facilities typically rely on specific systems so as to facilitate the airport special process. Some of these systems include aeronautical aircraft ground handling, meteorological systems, and baggage handling system. Additionally, the air traffic controller operates within the system by coordinating patterns in order to make sure that aircraft keep distance on the ground and air. Moreover, the airline reservation system are common parts of the passenger service that application will support direct contact with the passengers. This system incorporate fare tariff, ticket record, passenger reservation, and airline schedules. Moreover, the several global distribution system, extended airline system, and the hub and spoke system are used by the airline around the world. Besides, the industry has been affected much by the current coronavirus pandemic, whereby it has reduced its activities because of border and movements restriction by the governments of every country. The unexpected global spreading of COVID-19 required decision measures throughout the airline industry. Therefore, in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, airline and airplanes are implementing cutting-edge new technology. That's all from our group. Thank you.